Hey folks, Keith with 93 Lumber coming back at you with another beer. This is Carton Brewing. It is their Balinator. Balinator? It is a hopless Doppelbock with Blue Moon coffee beans. So technically, there's an old style that did not include hops, and those were called Gruits. I think that's what they're called, Gruits. Gruits. You look it up. I should have looked it up before doing this video, but whatevs. This is 8% alcohol by volume. This was canned on 3-2. I have another can over here. Let's see if one of these is nope. That looks like the same thing. I bought a 4-pack of this. Oh, this one's legible. Journey began 3/2/22. There you go. So, there you go. Is there any... There's a bit of a story here, so I'm going to read the whole thing, just for funsies. The hardest thing to explain on the side of a can is when we put things together because they complement rather than supplement. Balinator exists because each winter, Fair Mountain Coffee Roasters brings in Bali Blue Moon beans that evoke the same vanilla, dark chocolate, and spicy licorice notes we find in a well-constructed Doppelbock. To augment this notion, we brewed a proper Doppel, subbing out hops with Bali beans. At the beginning of the boil, where hops would temper the malt's sweetness with a bitter touch, we used raw... Wait. I read this before I did the video, and I got confused while reading it. Okay, so to augment this notion, we brewed a proper Doppel, subbing out hops with Bali beans. At the beginning of the boil, where hops would temper the malt's sweetness with a bitter touch, we used raw green beans. At Whirlpool, where hops would pull in spicy direction, we used ground dark roast. Finally, for dry additions where hops would layer fruit, we used medium roasted whole beans. Drink Balinator because beauty hides in suggestion. So this was canned on 3/2. That makes it just under a month old. And like I said, I don't know exactly, like I don't, with Gruits, I don't know if they're not brewed with hops, because like in this, they use coffee beans and such to replace the hops, but in Gruits, I think they're just basically, it's basically similar beer, just without the hops, instead of having something supplemented. Supplement? I think that's the right word. Or substitute. But yeah, that's a nice dark brown, it's like a lightish brownish orange. And it is clear. That is about like half a finger, 3/4 of a finger. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I'm actually surprised I got this beer because I didn't think that they were going to distribute it, and I couldn't get down to Carton, and I just kind of forgot about it. And then I was in the liquor store yesterday, and they had it. So fun stuff. Let's see what it smells like. Yeah, it smells like coffee. Yeah, chocolate. There's a nice roastiness to it. The coffee pretty much takes over the whole thing. There is a little bit of maltiness coming through. There's like a I don't get it all of the time, but there's just this touch of like fruitiness, which I'm going to say cherry because I think it says cherry on the can. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. That is very... It is very, very, very coffee. Yeah. The beer is in there. So it's not just coffee, but the coffee is big. Very big. There's a nice little dark fruit thing. I'll call cherry because, like I said, I think it says cherry on the can. But yeah, it is like a sweeter, or at least in my mind, it is like more of like a sweet cherry than it is like a date. I mean, I guess dates are sweet. I don't know. I don't eat any of this stuff, so who knows? So I have to remember from when the last time I had it, like 15 years ago. On that sip, the coffee wasn't as huge. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting used to it. Yeah. My palate must be getting used to it. This tastes like a really... It actually tastes like a nice Doppelbock. I mean, there is a little bit missing in there. Like, because obviously there's no hops in it. But yeah. Nice maltiness. I was hoping I was going to get some of that licorice that they said on the... There is a little bit of something in there that I could call licorice, but if licorice wasn't presented to me before I drank this, then I would say I wouldn't have pulled that out. So, man, this is really good. I'm chugging it. Oh, forgot to mention the chocolatey thing in the taste as well. I feel like the nose was a little more chocolatey. This is a little more like... Yeah, it's sweet up front. So now that I've gotten used to the coffee part, because the first few sips were just freaking coffee with a little bit of maltiness. Now that I've acclimated to the coffee, it's sweet up front, and then once that sweetness, that sweetness kind of fades into that roasty, chocolatey kind of thing with that little bit of licorice thing in there. I'm glad I got a 4-pack of this. Sometimes you're just glad that things come in 4-packs. Because if I just bought a single of this, then I would have to go back out and buy more. But also, I would much rather be able to buy singles. Just matter of fact. But yeah, there's not much of a bitterness. Or at least it doesn't really... I mean, I guess it gets a little bit bitter after that sweetness fades out a little bit, but I would say it's not. I mean, I guess you do get a bite at the swallow, and then whatever. But so yeah, glad I got to try this. For those who care, the SRM, which I don't remember what that stands for, is 15. And the IBUs is 8, which makes sense because it's not that bitter. But isn't IBUs based on... It's not based on how bitter the beer actually is. It's based on the bittering of the ingredients or something. I don't know. I should probably do more research and stuff, but it's more fun just to drink beer. Oh, that's weird. This is a sticker label. I didn't notice that. Interesting. But yeah. This was a really interesting beer, and I am enjoying it. So I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourselves, taking care of each other. You can like this video if you would like to. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. You can follow me on Instagram at 93lumber. I don't really do anything over there anymore. Spelled out, 93lumber. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.